Welcome back. We are still talking some football, but it's time to take it to the next level. We are talking colleges.
Trey, you're the SU football coaches luncheon that kicks off the season. You caught up with the head coach of the Seagulls. Tell us more.
Yeah, I definitely did. The SU football program is beginning its 16th season under the Sherman Wood regime. Wood, the program's all-time winningest head coach, has compiled a 108-53 record. I sat down with the man who I've affectionately known for years as Uncle Sherm, and he shared with me the growth of his team and how they expect to get back into the NCAA tournament.
I believe team chemistry this year is going to be very important. We may not be as fast as we used to be, or we may not be as strong as we used to be, but at the same time, I really believe our team chemistry is going to make up for those things.
You know, you bring your quarterback back, John Dunbar, and your offense averaged almost 30 points a game last year. How those offensive weapons kind of propel you, through this season?
I feel real good about the front line. I think that's where it starts, obviously, and I think John Dunbar is happy about that as well. So he definitely finished off strong last year. Against Muhlenberg in the ECAC Bowl Championship, led us to a victory there. I've been extremely impressed with his leadership as well.
Now looking ahead to seeing you, 8-2 last year, tied a school record, with wins in 8. What kind of game plan are you guys looking forward to going into that game? To kind of start off, not the way you did last year.
No question, and that's a great point because we started off 0-2 last year. And number one, we started off against CNU, and I thought we really took those guys for granted last year because they were a young football team. But now, obviously, we learned from those experiences. We have to, number one, cut down on mistakes. We just definitely can't have mistakes. Our goal is to make sure we cut down on penalties from last year, and at the same time, do the best we can to dominate the line of scrimmage. I think that's where it's going to be decided up front.
Always decided in trenches up front. Last question, Coach. 16th season. What is it, man? What's your secret? What's your secret that keeps you going?
I'm always for the guys. I really believe in those guys, and that's what keeps me going.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. And as Coach Wood vowed, the Seagulls did not take Christopher Newport lightly. Seagulls come out swinging in this one. Slot sophomore Aaron Moore with the first score of the season. 2 minutes later in the first quarter still, Ryan called back to receive a punt and some nasty moves as he would shake free from defenders and be off to the races. 81 yards for the punt return. Seagulls scored the first 21 points in the first quarter, and they wouldn't look back as they took the final 41-32. And guys, I don't know if you know, but there's a certain rival down Route 13 the Seagulls are running to next Saturday. I wonder how they look this weekend. Spencer?
That's a great question, Trey. Well, they actually had the opportunity to try and make a statement. The 5th-ranked Wesley Wolverines were trying to make just that, a statement early on when they hosted a 22nd-ranked Thomas and More. Now, Joe Callahan gets things started here for the Wolverines. He hooks up deep down the field with Steve Kodowski for an 11-yard touchdown catch right there. Then it was Jamar Byrne this time, breaks a 23-yard off to sweep here. Wolverines just absolutely rolling early on. The defense doing its thing. Check out this massive hit that he had right here after he gets a sack. Back and forth a little bit the rest of the way, and the icing on the cake down the stretch would be Callahan as he finds Dover alum, actually Xavier Allen, for a touchdown. Wesley takes it 35-20.
Well, I think we won. That's the most important thing. We got a lot of work ahead of us. So you can see today we had a lot of first game mistakes, and we got to correct those mistakes, and we got to keep getting better. Salisbury's a great team. They always are. It's a great rivalry game, and we got to work hard to get a win.
That's
very
true.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the coach actually hit that one straight on the head. I mean, they played a little bit sloppy at times. It wasn't definitely, the prettiest, the game that you want to see at the end of the season, but it was just game one. They're definitely making those strides. They're definitely advancing a little bit. And I feel like moving forward, this is definitely a team you're going to want to watch. If you don't get a chance to get out of them, or if you didn't get a chance yesterday, you definitely want to get out sometime this year because they are a quality program, and they're going to do some noise this year.
I mean, noise. They scored 28 unanswered points. That's a big deal, but we should talk about defense. I know. Suzine Capapula recorded a team-high 8 tackles, followed by Jordan Westcott with 7, and Capapula would have scored more if he wasn't ejected for taunting. So it looks like their front 7 can make it far this season if they keep those numbers up, Spencer.
Yeah, absolutely. Big news is that means he's going to miss the first half of the SU game, so we'll see how that affects it.
All right, so week 1 is done for local and collegiate fall sports. We want your feedback. Remember to hit that follow button on Twitter at 47ABC Sports and like us on our Facebook page.
All right, we're going to go and take another quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere because we'll have much more right after this.
This is Sal Martinez, running back safety from Milford High School, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.